Hello, welcome to the MMA Freak Fighter of the Week. I'm Matt Salzer. So, this last weekend was UFC 236. So, for that fighter of the week, I'm going to have to go with Israel Adesanya for multiple reasons. But anyways, so I'll get to the main event and just go down from there. So, Dustin Poirier and Max Holloway fought, and that was a close match. That was a very close match. And the theme with... I'm not a big fan of interim titles, but those were two titles that were well-deserved. Poirier versus Holloway, those guys just went at it for 5 rounds. Match almost ended multiple times, but ultimately... Dustin Poirier came away with the win, and now he's got the next shot at Khabib Nurmagomedov when he comes off of suspension in July. I'd imagine that fight could happen anywhere from August to somewhere in the fall. Just depends on a variety of factors. So, again, very impressive. Both fighters definitely brought it. I'm kind of unfortunate to see Max Holloway lose. He is still featherweight champion, so we'll see how that goes. Then, in the co-main event, you had Israel Adesanya fighting Kelvin Gastelum. And, again, this is another one of those fights that really almost got finished, but then... also a big finish for Adesanya in the last round kind of solidified it. Honestly, I thought it was pretty close going into that last round, but then again, as I mentioned before, it's possible that the judging clearly went another way, and it went pretty well. So as I said, I feel like Adesanya was closer to getting finished than Poirier or either of the other 3 main event fighters, but it's also impressive that Kelvin Gastelum, who, let's face it, is a natural welterweight, assuming he could ever get his diet under control, made it this far at middleweight. But then again, also you have to consider the fact that Robert Whittaker is also a natural welterweight. He also went up in weight as well, even though he's clearly a bigger guy than Gastelum. And obviously the Adesanya is going to get a shot at Robert Whittaker once Whittaker has fully recovered from his hernia surgery. Then you had Khalil Rountree doing a pretty good job, and again almost finishing Eric Anders. He dropped him multiple times within that first round. I honestly thought it was going to end, but it went pretty well. It was pretty impressive. So he got that victory. Then you had kind of a controversial fight when Dwight Grant was given the split decision against Alan Jobin, and it was a close fight. Some could make the argument that Jobin might have deserved it, but this just goes back to the concept of never leave it in the hands of judges, which, Jobin left it in the hands of judges. Then the only finish on the main card, you had Nikita Krylov submit Ovince St. Preux and via rear naked choke. And the question really becomes, where does St. Preux go from here? Whereas Krylov is just going to keep going up. But again, where does St. Preux go from here? He was able to fight for a title, but then wasn't really able to get very far after that. So, but yeah, that was UFC 236 in a nutshell. There's another UFC fight now. Also, Reason Fighting Federation 15 is also this weekend, so it'll be interesting to see how those go. Be sure to like us. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this video. At Matthew Salzer is both my personal Twitter and my personal Instagram. At MMA Freakout is our Twitter. Also, check out MMA-freak.com for exclusive content. I'm Matt Salzer. I'll see you next time.